Welcome back to another ride video. Here's where we ended up last time, at the end of the Ramblin trail. Today we're taking the Canyon Lux on the opposite side to the Rocky Tops trail. So here it is. You notice there's a little bit more climbing on this one, so I'd say this is a little more advanced than the Ramblin trail, but definitely worth the price of admission. Fun ride. Really had a great time out there, so let's do it. Here we are at Rocky Tops at Navajo Rocks. So as we start off here, you're going to hear a lot of wind noise, so sorry about that. Just remember from the last video, it's a pretty windy day out here. And the wind is coming off from our left there, so we're kind of on the exposed side here. But it starts off a little bit of flat, some downhill, kind of rocky, not so bad, little rollies through some sand. And then we do quite a bit of climbing on this side compared to the Ramblin trail. On Rocky Tops, there's some good climbs you got to do, so. Oh, another thing I want to point out is that this video is going to be intentionally a little bit longer than normal because my buddy who I was riding with on the Ramblin trail on the other side got tired out, went straight back to the shuttle. So I kind of want to throw in a little bit more footage here so we can see what he missed out on. So this one's for you.
On 29. Nice.
Here's when we start to kind of transition out of that little valley area we were in back there. And I want to point out the GoPro effect and a lot of this footage on these trails is in effect here. So these are a lot steeper than they look, especially some of the climbing. You'll notice that as we come around the corner, that rock face in front of us, we're just about to climb up out of. And it was quite the climb.
Yeah. Oh man.
So this is what I was talking about just then. It is quite a bit steeper than it looks on the video. And we just chug along up this face. Kind of climbing up to the top of a sort of a plateau area. And up here we run into quite the feature, so stay tuned for that. It's coming up pretty quick. There's a few guys here having a little rest at the top. And I enjoy climbing, so I just rolled on through. And these guys I actually met up with right here. We ended up riding the rest of the way together, so it was a good group of guys. It's a fun thing about Outerbike and Moab. Just a lot of guys out there having fun, enjoying the trails. So here this is one of the few kind of extended downhills, I'd say, on the Rocky Tops trail. It's pretty fun. I was out front, just kind of leading the way, making our way over to the next fun feature. So the bike I'm on, again, is a Canyon Lux. It's a cross-country bike. And it's a perfect bike, I'd say, for this sort of terrain. You don't really need a trail or a high, big, long travel bike for this sort of stuff out here. So I'd say if you have a cross-country bike with 100 to 130 millimeters of travel, that's plenty for this kind of stuff. So here I kind of pulled over, let everyone pass me to get kind of a different perspective so I could see some riders out in front of me. And this is the feature I was talking about a little bit ago. I was just kind of following the guys, watching the trail. Kind of got me by surprise. I looked over and
Oh my god. Woo! Nice that. Holy crap. Wow. That's a drop off.
Alright, so now the drama is behind us. Oh, and speaking of not needing a lot of travel, the guy in front of me there is on a hardtail. So I'm on a 100mm rear travel. The guy in front of me is on a hardtail, not having a problem with the terrain. So we're up on kind of a plateau, like I was saying earlier. Actually, I was getting a draft from these guys, which is why I'm right behind them. It's wicked windy out here, so we're just on a kind of a plateau, making our way over to another kind of sweet area. So let's speed it up and head on over.
Cross country, which is kind of why I'm on this bike. My kind of thing.
I like bike. I'm gonna take a break here.
Sure.
There's stuff yesterday. A
little too much.
Before we started,
So the guy I was just riding with and talking to right there just did the whole enchilada the day before, so he was a little tired out, so he wanted to take a break there. But now we're doing some climbing. Like I said, Rocky Top's quite a bit of climbing on this side. Not too bad, but beautiful scenery. So I mean, I didn't mind it at all. I like climbing, especially on this bike. Very efficient climber, 29-inch wheels, good for rolling over the stuff. We're just in our little line, enjoying the day, and beautiful scenery. Check it out off to the right there. All kinds of cool little Moab features to look at.
I'm gonna come up by you.
Well, here I am behind Hardtail guy again. And he was a pretty strong rider. We were pretty equal. I had fun riding along with him. Right now we're about probably a third. Oh, there's like the one time I guess. Probably about a third of the way through the trail, and I think probably about the middle half of Rocky Top is all exposed rock surface like this, which I really enjoyed riding on. It was fun, kind of fun. There's one really interesting feature coming up, and then after that there's some roller coaster like rock rolls, so it's a lot of fun. The middle half of Rocky Tops was my favorite. I know I keep mentioning the wind. It was just nuts out here. It was, kid you not, like sustained 30-mile-an-hour gust. And every time you turned away from it, like I think right now, it just accelerates you down the trail. It's hilarious. Here's one place where you could actually use some suspension. I mean, you don't need it, but it definitely makes it a little bit smoother, so you can take these parts a lot faster. Yeah, check out the scenery out there. It was just so awesome out here, just seeing all the beautiful sights. It's hard to keep your eyes on the trail when you've got some beautiful sights to look at. I think we have a tailwind here, so it's just blasting us down the trail here. It's a lot of fun.
Man.
Right over here I noticed the hardtail guy had gotten away from me a little bit, so I put in a little bit of a dig to catch up to him right here. Now we're coming into what for me was one of the most memorable features I rode out here in Moab. Not to say that there isn't a lot of cool things to ride in Moab, because there is, but this is one of the few things that I got to do. I'll always remember this. It was pretty cool. And again, the video, it's not going to be quite as dramatic on the video as it is in real life, of course. look down to the left, this is quite a bit of an angle here. And the cool thing about the rocks here at Moab, in this section at least, is it's not slick rock. It's almost like riding on sandpaper. There's so much traction. So the traction wasn't what I was worried about. It's the pedal striking. If I made a pedal strike with my right pedal, because we're kind of leaned over so much, that's what I was mostly worried about, especially in this section here. It looks way further down in real life than it is on the video here, but this was such a cool feature. I really enjoyed it, and I'll always remember it. Thank you, Moab. So climbing up on out again, that's kind of how it is over on this side. Do a little bit of flat, down, up, down, up. It's not like a big climb, then a big descent like some places where you do cross-country riding. Here it's a bunch of up and down, so did a little bit of regroup, and off we went to the next feature. On this side, for the most part, it was pretty straightforward climbing. This is one section where it's pretty punchy and technical. The wheel made it up okay, and got up here to this little bit of a ridge, and then hustled over to the next, what might have been one of my favorite parts, but I keep saying that, but I mean all of these parts are my favorite. This is just an awesome place to ride, so we're gonna cruise on over. We're kind of up on a ridge here, enjoying the view. We'll scoot on over and do kind of the roller coaster section, which is super fun. So I'm not going to say much here, just so you can take it all in, but this is pretty much the ultimate of mountain biking for me right here. Scenery, the terrain, the weather, awesome.
Wow.
And guess what? More climbing. Pretty technical too, and very steep. So, kind of one. I think this might be the last sort of climbing area. Pretty much straight up right here, as you can tell by how much the guys are leaning forward up there. But one more plateau, and we cruise over, drop down, and head back to the shuttle. So, just about done now. We're definitely more than halfway, probably about 2/3 of the way around the trail. Still on the rocks.
Yep.
And up at the top here, we'll transition more back into more dirt. And it's pretty much like that.
Gotta give it to these
all the way back.
29s. They roll up pretty good. I've never ridden a 29 before.
kind of a lot of this for a little while, so we're going to speed up a little bit here. See you on the other end. Come to the top of a ridge here, not off to the right, kind of where he's pointing there. It's down where the shuttle is, so we need to get over and around to that area. And up here, again, there was like a 30-mile-an-hour left to right crosswind, and it is blowing off to the side there, as you can see. So my bike is literally like, I'm leaning it over into the wind because it's blowing so hard. Just trying to avoid getting blown off into places like that. So that was fun. But yeah, eventually we get along down the trail and we head downhill, and this is probably the steepest and most technical part of Rocky Tops Trail. There's a couple switchbacks coming up that are pretty technical, but definitely rideable. I almost didn't ride it, as you will see. So the guy in the lead that was leading us made a right turn here. We're actually supposed to go left, so we went around to the left, and this is where we're dropping down. You can see the valley, I guess you call it the valley, whatever, below us there. That's where we're heading down. That's where the shuttle is waiting to pick us up. We're going to head on down this steep part and then head along back to the shuttle. Here come the switchbacks I was talking about, and I totally could have made it, but there was a guy, in fact you can see him standing right there. Kind of got in my way. This first one I was totally fine. I took it wide, made the turn, no problem. And on the next one, I'm not as good at right turns anyway, but he was in the way, so I turned in early and then...
Turn!
didn't quite make it.
Got it!
We dropped down here, and this, again, is a lot steeper than it looks here.
Stupid switchback.
So that is just about it. I kind of left the gang there. They were going to regroup again, but I wanted to take off because one, the battery's getting low because I've been recording the whole time. And two, my buddy has probably been waiting for quite a while at the shuttle. Didn't want him to be waiting too long. So I took off at just a little bit more rocky stuff, and then it's pretty much flat from here on in. We'll just let it roll and see you at the end.
think I'm done. I hope I'm done.
Yeah, so that is just about it. Thanks for riding with me here on the Rocky Top Trail at Navajo Rocks here in Moab. And I'll see you again next time. Coming up soon. Stay tuned. Did a lot of bike demos. Stay tuned for that. And thanks for watching. Enjoy your ride.
Sand.